Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8. Today I'm playing American Football Simulation Axis Football 2016. I played last year's version of the game and it needed a lot of improvements, we'll just put it that way. And thankfully the developers have basically delivered on that. Game features quick matchups where you can pick any team to go against. As the AI, you can do player versus player locally. There's no online multiplayer. You can also do coach mode where you just call the plays. And then also, they will eventually have the ability to watch two AIs play each other for some reason. Pick your team. Now, the first thing I did, which I'll show off here in a little bit, is download mods, which basically put all the real NFL teams in there with the real players. In addition to that, you can customize the difficulty. The Hall of Fame difficulty, from what the developers told me, puts you on even footing with the AI. So it's the fairest mode. The other ones give you a bonus, or the AI a penalty. New this year are different weather and time effects, and also you can adjust the length of the quarter. I usually play on 5-minute quarters, although if I had the option, I'd probably choose like 7. Would probably be about the best way of kind of doing more realistic outcomes there. It also has a number of different stadiums you can play in. What I'm going to do is continue my franchise mode here in a minute. Speaking of the mods, a lot of things can be easily modified in the game. The rosters are simple text files. You can just go in and edit everything, and people have actually done that. If you go on the modding forums, you can download college football and NFL rosters that people in the community have done, which is what I did. That's basically the first thing I did, so you can have real players to go against. You can also modify the uniforms, logos, audio, hot routes, create new teams, stuff like that. So a lot of flexibility in customizing the game the way that you want it. So I'm going to continue my franchise mode, playing my Jags. In this particular one, I'm in the second season. There's 12 games each season, and it randomly picks who you play. So you can actually end up playing the same person, the same team more than once. I actually played the Browns 3 different times in the previous season. So you can see I have Carolina, and then there's no rhyme or reason to it, LA. It's completely random. It's only 12 games also, as you can see. San Francisco, very odd pairings right there. There's also no draft, no free agency. Your players don't age. So, it's really basic. It's basically just a collection of, quick matches, although you're playing as the same team all the time. And it keeps some stats, but, that's not really that good of a deal. So, we'll play a game here in regular mode here, and I'll show off what's going on in the game. One thing that they've improved is the user interface. It looks a lot better. It's easier to pick plays and stuff like that. Another thing, now there's 8 plays that you can choose from. Before there were only 6. Now there are only 8 plays per formation, so that means there's only 8 shotgun plays, 8 trips plays, and stuff like that. So you are still limited in that sense, but I'll show you how you are not as limited as that seems once I get on offense here. The kicking controls are pretty well done. It is difficult to get really long kicks, simply because the little thing moves very quickly. So like I said, only 8 plays to choose from, better than 6 like it was last year. But really on defense, that's kind of enough. I mean, you're basically either playing man zone or blitz. That's really all you need. You can press the little button to cycle around. You have to directly control a player. There we go. Miles Jacks with the tackle. So like I said, don't hate on the graphics or of the teams and the end zones and stuff, because it's all modded in there. Jalen missed a tackle. It has some pre-snap things you can do. You can shift the lines and the linebackers around if you so choose. Tackle. The primary thing, and the thing that probably is the best, is it actually plays way better than it did last year. Last year it was way too easy to run, way too hard to make passes. And really all of that, the real football simulation aspects of the game is vastly improved from what it was last year, and it basically results in a more enjoyable game overall. Almost got him. I said, in last year's version, it was basically impossible to make any sort of passes because the defensive backs just were super fast and can catch up with any pass before the ball would even get there. And that is certainly not a problem this year, which is good. Alright, 5 wide receivers. There is one exploit that I found in the game, which I will show you right now in an obvious passing situation. If you have a fast defensive end and you line the, shift the line over one to left, you can simply go around the left tackle a lot of the time and get really easy sacks, although I wasn't able to do that in that case. But that's really the only exploit that I found in the game. Other than that, it's pretty well done. Feel this. Punting and kicking is not great. The way that the players go, they just kind of run into each other a lot. So that area of the game could be improved. So like I said, only eight plays, but what you can do is... Yeah, I know. You can give hot routes to any of your players, and I like the interface here. It's all done with the mouse. You just click on it, and you click, or you could use the the gamepad controls on what thing you want them to do when you hike the ball. So really, even though there's only 8 plays, you can use the hot routes to really kind of make up your plays as you go along, which is really nice, and it's well done. And I like the way that you can kind of pick the routes there. That's a really nice feature. The way that passing is done with the mouse. What you do is you aim for an area of the field using your mouse and then click. The longer you click, the harder the throw will be. And then basically it's, instead of passing it to a specific player, you're passing it to an area of field, which again is another unique and I think well done aspect of the game. That makes passing a lot more enjoyable than just simply picking, the most open receiver and then going after them. The AI is also intelligent enough where it'll send the players that are near the ball towards the ball instead of just running their routes, and then if you happen to be in the same spot, it just works out or doesn't work out. You've also added some new controls for running the ball. You can spin, have speed burst, juke, dive, stuff like that. I use the speed burst a lot, like right now, which almost kind of seems unfair because it's really easy to hit the corner, which is where most of my runs go. So maybe that's a little bit of an exploit, but not too bad. Throwing out. Nope, a little bit too far. Takes a little bit of practice to kind of gauge how fast the receivers are moving and how much to lead them, which is kind of like being a real quarterback, I suppose. Get it, Allen. There you go. 3rd and short. Let's do a run. There we go. Thank you, Chris. That will bring up 1st down. All right. Let's try to bang this in here. Do a hot route. Give him a corner route. He drops back. Go. Double coverage. Got it anyway. That's Allen Robinson for you. Pro Bowl wide receiver. Alan Hearns couldn't block long enough. Let's do this. That was bad. At least he got it on the 1. Alright, let's see here. I like controlling the middle linebacker. Typically. And I try not to use that sacking the quarterback exploit unless truly necessary near the end of the game in an obvious passing situation. Gives it to the runner. Shoots through again. Oh, come on. That will bring up 1st down. Blue 7. Set. Hike. This play's over. 2nd down and long. Green 3. Graphics are improved. The audio is also improved. It is repetitive, but it's definitely not as annoying as it was in the previous version of the game. Alright, let's see if we can do my little exploit here. Oh, he ran the ball. Doesn't matter. I got Telvin Smith. And a very exciting 1st quarter, scoreless.
This play's over.
Probably the most obvious limitation, other than the franchise mode, are the fact that there's no fatigue, which means no substitutions. So the same players play the entire game on offense and defense. So you're basically your starting wide receivers will rack up a ton of, and your running back will rack up a ton of stats because they're the only ones that are running the ball or catching the ball. The other thing you'll notice here is there's no play clock. What it does is the game just kind of arbitrarily moves the clock down a certain amount of time before every play, and then it just stops. And that's just the way that it keeps track of the clock. So it's kind of like a somewhat accelerated clock feature. Come on. Ugh. Marquise. Your players will be smart enough if you kind of throw the ball short, they'll curl back towards the ball. So because of that, the passing mechanic works really well. Come on. Oh, good. Spin move. No.
A fresh set of downs for the offense.
Let's do this. Let's give him an out. Ugh, come on, man. You're wide open. Interceptions are not outrageous. Although I threw one already, it's really in double or triple coverage on long passes and stuff like that, so it's not super annoying. Get it. Yeah, for real. What's the deal with airline food? Let's do the seam attack. Let me give you a hitch. Let me give you a hitch also.
Steps back to pass.
Ugh, got a sack. They blitzed. Alright, let's punt. Into the end zone. Alright. I don't really like that. That was a bad choice. I'll just... It was a run anyway.
Second down.
The rosters that I downloaded weren't completely accurate for the Jags. I had a couple of people on the bench that should have been starting. So I actually just went in and took 5 minutes to edit the text file. It was really easy to do. Like I said, the game is very easily modified. Oh, good. Who got that interception? I don't know. Check out the stats at halftime.
Finds an opening.
I like to run to the outside.
Blue 7. Set. Eagle. Hike. Here they come. Finds a target.
He's wide open.
He threw that.
He was wide open too. If I would have let him more.
Red 9. Hands it off. Makes a cut.
And there don't seem to be any fullbacks in these rosters, so a lot of the people that are fullbacks are the tight ends, backup tight end. It's pretty funny.
Green 17. Ready. Tosses it to the runner. Look at him run.
Other thing is there's no penalties in the game, which honestly don't really bother me too much anyway. It just simply will not let you get offside. It'll just stop your progress right there.
Dropping back.
Hello.
Nice grab. Second and short.
Yeah, let's go 4-4.
Black 11. Ready. Brought down for a short gain. Third down and short.
All right, third and short.
Ready. Go. Hands it off. Makes a
Ugh.
cut, and he's brought down. Blue 7. Set. Pitches it. Tackled for a short gain. Second down.
Ooh, 5 wide receivers, huh? Well, time for the exploit.
Drops back to pass.
Oh, no, they ran a screen.
That looked like it hurt. That will bring up third down. Blue 7. Blue 7. Set. The runner is brought
Okay, good.
down. Fourth
And
down.
they're going to go for a field goal.
And the
Kickers are
sends in
still
the field goal
pretty
unit.
strong leg. It's going to be a 57-yarder.
It's up.
Didn't make it.
Inches wide.
Man, what a waste of a draft pick.
A fresh set of downs for the offense. Red 9 pitches it. Shakes the defender.
I like running to the outside.
A
Oh, I only
fresh
have a
set of
minute.
downs for
I'm
the
gonna go.
offense. Green 3. What's he waiting for?
Ugh. Just a little bit out front
That
of
will
him.
bring up second down. Red drops back to pass. Makes the catch.
The circle gets bigger for longer throws and throws across your body. I would almost make it a little bit bigger than it is. Maybe it's because maybe Bortles' ratings are high, but I would almost make it a little bit bigger, and even bigger if you're like under pressure too. Make it a little bit. There's really not very many errant throws by the AI, especially.
Hands it to
You know, it's going to end up somewhere in that circle. Timeout.
second and short.
Try to get some points here. We'll do one shot. What, I got one timeout left. We'll do one shot at the end zone and then kick a field goal.
Drops back to pass. Finds an opening.
Try not be intercepted.
What was the
Oh
QB
my gosh.
First down.
Seriously.
Red 23. Red 23. Go. Tackled for a short gain.
Boo.
Second down.
Halftime. Who did get that pick? Pretty even game, even though I have 3 freaking turnovers, which is not very typical for me, to be
Here
honest.
comes the kicking team.
I think Brent Grimes is some high ratings, I believe. If I were to guess. Go. Go!
And he's brought down.
Pretty good.
First down. Set. Tonight. Stretching the field. Second down. Red drops back to pass. They're dropping passes like crazy today. Third down.
They are, actually.
Black 42. Makes the
It's
catch.
like a 2-yard pass.
Fourth and short.
Yeah.
Here comes the punt team. Go.
Just in the end zone.
First down. Black 21.
Usually, well, not usually, I do use the
Makes a cut.
gamepad
That will bring
for
up
everything
second
except for
down.
passing the ball. So I just kind of keep the gamepad on my lap and then, you know, use the mouse when I'm ready to pass.
Ready. Hike. And he
Oh,
goes
nice sack there,
third down.
Telvin. Alright. Let's see if we can get these guys out here.
Green 3. Set. Steps back to
Go!
pass. Who is
There you go.
that?
There's your sack exploit right
Fourth
there.
and long. Lining up to punt.
If. Go! Go! If I can't score off of
Set
this,
downs for the offense.
something's wrong.
QB back to pass. Scanning the field.
Scrambled for 2.
Second
Wasn't really
down.
anybody open.
Green, go! Hands it off. Breaks away.
Let's see. Let's do. I don't want a screen.
Blue 47. Blue 47. Check. Snacks
There
it
we
out
go.
of the air. A fresh set of downs for the offense. Red, go! Broken tackle.
Touchdown. Nice run. Finally have a score.
Go! He kicks it. Here comes the kicking team. Black 21. Black 21. Set. Hike. Throwing it short. Tackled after a nice gain. Second down. Ready. Hike. Hands the ball off. Shoots through a gap. Third down and short. Black 21. Black 21. Bringing the house.
Get him.
Nice.
Ugh, give me a break.
Red 16.
Bring him over.
Finds an opening. Tackled for a short gain. That will bring up second down. Set. Hike. Makes the toss. Breaks away. Third down and short.
I like running these heavy formations.
Blue 47. Go. Bringing the house. He's
There you go.
catch. That will bring up first down.
Thanks, Jalen.
Green 17. Steps into the pocket.
Anybody open? Not really.
Brought down
I'll
for
just
a
scramble for
short
two.
gain. Second down.
Pretty good coverage.
Blue 30. Throws a zinger.
Ugh, way out in front. That was bad.
That brings up third down.
3rd and 8.
Green 3. Steps back to pass.
God, he's
He
slow.
can't make the catch. Fourth down. Here comes the punt team.
I don't know what's up with the punting formations. Like, everybody collapses in away from where the ball is being kicked. It's very odd. Which I think is more the cause of the oddities during that part of the game anyway.
Green 29. Green 29. Tosses the ball. Dodges the defender.
Alright, 4th quarter.
Red 44. Red 44. Steps into the pocket. Bad pass.
A lot of interceptions today. And it's not something that's very typical. It's kind of a bad game to show off that the number of interceptions has decreased. Considering there's so many here.
Launches one
Get it.
deep.
Yeah!
First down.
1-on-1.
Hands it off. Missed tackle. He makes the tackle. Second and short.
Alright, let's start doing some goal line. Let's get
Black 41. Black 41. Hot 6.
touchdown for Julius.
Better watch out.
Maybe not.
Who is blocking that guy?
Who was blocking that guy? He was not as open as I thought.
Black 30. Steps back to pass. He makes the
Ugh.
tackle.
Down to the 1.
The offense has a great chance to
Now
score.
let's just
here.
run it in.
Red 9. Go. Hands the ball off. Tackled for a loss.
Let's do it again.
Blue 7. Go. Touchdown.
There we go. Yeah. Do not need to have a lot of power on the extra point kicks. 14-0.
He's hit hard. First down.
Ugh, these guys are going to be going pass heavy, aren't they?
26.
See if I can just...
Dropping back. Makes the catch. Tackled after a nice gain.
Well, maybe not.
Black 39. Black 39. Third down and short.
Let's do 4-4.
26. Blue 26. Here comes the pressure.
Oh, he's wide open. He was wide open too. And that's pretty fitting for Mike Evans to drop a pass. So, realism.
Here comes the punt team.
Ooh, he got me.
A fresh set of downs for the
Alright.
offense.
Too much time to really run out the clock, but I'm still going to run a little bit anyway.
Gives it to the runner. Second down. Red 10, go! Tosses the ball. He makes the tackle. Third down and short.
Yeah, let's just run it.
Red 10, go! Gives it to the runner.
Oh,
Fourth and short.
well, I'll just punt.
Here comes the punt team.
Cool.
And he's brought down. First down.
First down at the 2.
Red 16. Red 16. Red hike. He got wrecked. Green 17. Green 17. These third downs are so important.
Alright, let's see if I can
Green
get these guys
46.
out here.
Green 46. Drops back to pass.
Hello.
He breaks free.
Oh, how did he get out of that?
Complete.
That's ridiculous. That was a
A fresh
safety.
set of downs for the offense.
Boo.
Green 29. Green 29. Hike. He can't bring it in.
There's no pass interference either, so you can just kind of run into people.
Ready. Go. Fires a rocket.
Boy, they are dropping passes like
That will
crazy.
bring up third down. Blue 47. Blue
Yep,
47.
that's what I want to do. Oh well.
Finds a target. Makes the catch. First down.
Yeah, I'm just going to play deep zones basically the rest of the game.
Red 31. Steps into the pocket.
Hi, blitz.
Spots a receiver. This play
Ah, I
is
got
over.
intercepted. Another interception.
Blue,
Run, clock, run.
second down. Blue 47. Hike. Gives it to the runner. That will bring up third down. Blue 40. Drops back to pass. Throws a laser.
Is that a first down?
That will
It
bring
is.
up
Game's over.
first down.
Cool.
Blue tonight. Hands the ball off. He breaks free. Ouch.
There we go.
Well,
Domination.
that'll do it for us today.
A lot of turnovers, atypically, I would say. 9 of 20. That's terrible. 3 picks. Well, really, he was 12 of 20. A lot of rushing yards, over 21 for 110. I mean, which is somewhat realistic. I mean, that's 5 yards a carry for pretty good running effort. It's a lot of like 10-yard runs and 0-yard runs. That's basically what it averages out to. Pretty good amount of catches for Allen. Defensive numbers: a pick for Telvin, 2 picks for Gibson, and a pick for Ramsey. If only that could be the case in the regular season. And then you can see the Brent Grimes, just 3 interceptions. Winston was 15 of 23, 4 picks, no touchdowns. Again, that doesn't usually happen, having that many interceptions. But there you go. That is Access Football 2016. It's vastly, vastly improved over last year's version. The franchise mode is a little bare bones because it doesn't have free agency, drafts. It doesn't even have divisions or conferences. It simply just has the best 8 records over a 12-game season, advanced to an 8-team playoff system. So that could be expanded upon. It does have really good mount support. You can go in and change the uniforms, the audios, the routes, stadiums, rosters, logos pretty easily. Also has coach-only mode, has different quarter lengths, although I'd still like a little bit more flexibility there other than just choosing 5, 10, or 15. Has improved graphics and better commentary and improved user interface, makes it easy to do hot routes, which expands upon the 8 plays that you get per formation. Last year there was only 6 and there was nothing you could do to change it. Here, although 8 is, again, a small number, you can go in and just hot route everything. Gives you a lot of flexibility there, more so than just simply having 8 plays. I do like the mouse-based passing still. It's very engaging. I think more realistic because you can, pass to an area, lead the receiver instead of just tapping a button for a specific person that you're throwing it to. You have more controls for running the football now. There's no play clock, which doesn't really bother me too much, to be honest. There's no fatigue, which means no substitutions during a game, which I think is another aspect of what they could improve in the game. The actual game itself plays, I think, pretty realistically. More realistic running speeds for defensive backs means it's easier to pass the ball. There's no more permanent blocks, so it's less easy to run the ball. And really the result is just much more realistic game than there was last year. So I think that if they flesh out more improvements to the franchise mode, add some more plays, and add substitutions and fatigue, then we'll definitely have a football game on the PC that we can talk about. As it is right now, I do recommend it for people that like football games because of its mouse-based passing system, the ease of which you can modify things within the game, and the improvements made over last year that make a huge difference in the way that the game is played. That's all I have for today. Until next time, bye now.